A 15-run win for the West Indies today over England in their T20 Super 8 match in Sri Lanka. The Windies had solid knocks, batting first from openers Chris Gayle and Johnson Charles, in posting a total of 179 for 5, to which England replied with 164. Gayle got things going nicely in the second over with 3 fours. Then later he hit 3 sixes in 1 over from Sambit Patel.
Oh, and that's in the air, and that's gone all the way as well.
That ignited Johnson Charles, who was relatively quiet at that point. Next over he hit a 4 and the 2 sixes. Later Gayle with another 6 after going past the 50. Charles was dropped here by Steve Finn, and he and Gayle got the single. Next ball, Gayle skied Graham Swan, and Finn made no mistake. This time, Gayle gone for 58. But Charles picked up the momentum, middling this one nicely to the boundary. But at the other end, wickets were tumbling. Marlon Samuel scored for 2. Kieron Pollard perishing for 1.
Yeah, this has gone very, very high. Who's under this? All yours. Easy catch.
Charles later went for 84, a wonderful knock from him.
Toss fielder out there. Fielder steadies, yes.
Darren Sammy was bowled for 4. Andre Russell and Dwayne Bravo hit 3 fours in the final over to keep the momentum going for the Windies, posting a very good total of 179 for 5.
Flashing shot again.
In reply, first over, Ravi Rampal struck Craig Keyswetter, skying it, and Pollard took the catch. Next ball, Luke Wright got the leave alone wrong, caught by Gayle in the slips. Johnny Bairstow and Alex Hales then shared in a rebuilding innings of 55. It could have been less when on 46, Hales was mistumped by Dinesh Ramdin, Badri the bowler. Their partnership ended when Pollard took a wonderful catch on the boundary, Bairstow gone for 18. Hales was joined by Ian Morgan, and that gave the Windies some problems. 4s and 6s were flying everywhere as they drew England closer. They needed 23 to win in the final over. Morgan hit a 4 in the first ball. 18 from 3. Their partnership was broken when Ramdin stumped Hales. He made 68. In the end, England were restricted to 164, a win for the Windies.
I think it was a very good performance. The way we back ourselves to set a target, and Charles and Gayle, the way they played at the top really set it up for us. And to come back in the end, we knew how good the wicket was, and to defend it, it was very good from the bowlers.
While it took a super over to separate Sri Lanka and New Zealand in their encounter in the Super 8s, New Zealand batting first made 174 for 7 in their 20 overs with a top score of 58 from Rob Nicol. In reply, Sri Lanka, with the scores tied, needed to win in the final ball, but Thirimanne was run out, so it meant scores tied, super overtime. Sri Lanka batting first reached 13. New Zealand needed 14 to win, but got halfway there, 7 for the loss of 1 wicket. Sri Lanka winning. West Indies still have to play Sri Lanka and New Zealand in the Super 8s. Well, here at home now, preparing for the future. That was one of the key messages delivered to 18 cricketers last evening, 16 actually, as the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board inducted the youngsters into the NGC Cricket Academy. This academy has been ongoing for several years, with TTCB executive member Baldath Mahabir making the point that the first class of 18 all went on to play for Trinidad and Tobago. He urged the current crop to take advantage of the opportunities.
Having been selected to be here does not mean that you have achieved very much as a cricketer. I have to say that. What it means is that you have the attributes to become a very good cricketer. What you do with yourself from here, how seriously you take this, is what's going to determine whether you make it or not.
WICB Territorial Development Officer Kumar Rampat outlined some of the programs that they will be focusing on, including financial literacy, fitness, cricketing history, and the social outreach program.
We had a lot of debate on it, and we finally settled on going to an orphanage and working with some kids, actually mentoring and advising and counseling some of the kids there. So you guys would have a social responsibility, understanding that everybody is not lucky as you are, that there are difficulties and we need to reach out to people.
Jeanette Elias of sponsors NGC praised the TTCB for their academy plans and structure, which she said will bear fruit.
We are confident in the years ahead that this academy will produce many outstanding cricketers, as pointed out by the earlier speakers, who will serve this country and region with distinction. I am extremely impressed by the program presented here today. It's important that you take advantage not just of the development of your skills in cricket, but that you really see this as an opportunity to build your total person.
And the players inducted are the fast bowlers Vishal Naipaul, Ronald Scotland and Fulton Williams, the batsmen Vikash Mohan, Andy Gobin, Jeremy Solozano, Brian Christmas, Mark Dial and Isaiah Raja. The spinners are Jovan Ali, Nairan Motilal, Corey Pierre, Anthony Simmons and Clinton Changa, and the wicketkeepers are Nicholas Puran and Brandon Ramdial. Well, this country's TT Pro League teams experienced indifferent results as they completed their respective campaigns in the CONCACAF Champions League competition last evening. Morva-based Caledonia AIA were in Honduras. They came up against CD Marathon, and after a goalless first half, Marathon, the home team, took the lead in the 53rd through Harrison Roches. But some 19 minutes later, Caledonia got back on level terms with Jamal Gaye getting the equalizer. Marathon then scored the second item some 9 minutes to regulation time. A goal by Jonathan Reyes turned out to be the winning item. Marathon winning by 2-1. At the Atto Bolden Stadium in Cuba, home team W Connection, while they took on Chivas Guadalajara of Mexico. Chivas took the lead in the 38th from Eric Torres. Chivas held on to that advantage until the 65th when Clyde Leon got the equalizer for W Connection. At the final whistle, the game ending in a 1-all draw. Well, Naparima College remained in the hunt for top honours in the South Zone of the Secondary Schools Football League as matches in the First Citizens-sponsored league continued yesterday. NAP scored a big win over MORUGA Secondary at the Manny Ramjohn Stadium in Marabella to move into joint second place with Shiva Boys just 3 points adrift of leaders Presentation of San Fernando.
Having taken an early lead in the 7th minute via an own goal, NAP sought to increase that lead as Trent Paul hit the crossbar in tandem with Nicholas Dillon. MORUGA were rewarded with a penalty and a chance to draw level, but Aaron Julian wasted the opportunity as his strike went wide of his target. NAPs extended their lead as Wade Caesar scored with a long-range strike. 9 minutes later, Gayle Jeffrey was sent through by Jelani Beckles, and NAPs went up by 3-0. And 5 minutes to regulation time, Jabari Mitchell made it 4-0 with a magnificently taken free kick as NAPs went to the half, leading by 4-0. On the resumption, NAPs on the attack and Dillon with a pass to Michael Basdale, who completed the task as NAPs went on to win by 5-0 and registered their 4th win in 6 matches. I am Thirimanne reporting for CNC3 Sports.